Look at that market. The Dow is down only 70 points. Nasdaq's down only 10. S&P up slightly. Not that much red ink today after a big run-up in stock prices last week. Look at Microsoft. Reportedly, they are planning to publicly unveil a new Maya 300 chip. They're going to come out with it this fall. It's aimed at reducing reliance on NVIDIA. They're also hoping to improve performance and efficiency. The stock is up $10, $5.10 per share, 2% higher. Chicago spent $13 million worth of public funds to support and renovate local grocery locations meant to expand grocery store access. Those stores are closing just 2 years later. Grady Trimble joining us. Surely this serves as a warning for Mamdani's grocery stores in New York City, right?
Critics certainly say it should, Stuart, but whether Mayor Mamdani will heed that warning is another question entirely. So here's what happened in Chicago. The city spent that $13.5 million you mentioned in a deal with the Save-A-Lot stores operator, a company called Yellow Banana, to open those stores. The 7 stores in the city's south and west sides were meant to help people in parts of the city considered food deserts, but now, just 2 years into the 10-year deal, those stores are closed. Mayor Brandon Johnson is blaming the shutdowns on federal funding cuts and a decline in SNAP purchases. And the closures are renewing calls for Chicago to jump on the city-run grocery store trend. One proponent writes in a Chicago Sun-Times commentary, instead of repeatedly subsidizing private companies without long-term protections, the city should establish a public grocery option. City officials have said what they want to do is find a new grocery store operator to fill the Save-A-Lot buildings, and Johnson indicated he's open to using taxpayer money to make sure these communities have access to fresh food. He floated a public farmers market as an option.
We should remember that government-run grocery stores have been a complete waste of taxpayer dollars. We should judge programs based on their results and not by their intentions. So while city-funded grocery stores may have been well-intentioned, all they've done is take millions of dollars from taxpayers for a program that was destined to fail from the start.
And critics say Chicago needs to address the root of the problem: high taxes, a challenging regulatory environment, and crime. Stu?
Just a few problems. All right, Grady, thanks a lot. Mayor Mamdani's grocery store plan in New York City facing major questions. One official says, look, they're not yet figured out simple logistics like how to actually cut prices 30% or pay your store employees. Former Morton Williams Supermarket owner Avi Kaner joins me now. How will the city get anybody to invest if they can't answer those basic questions, Avi?
Hi, Stuart. Nice to see you again. It's absolutely impossible to do that without fully understanding those implications. Well, the mayor's idea of lowering grocery prices is commendable. But having run supermarkets in New York City for the past 3 decades, I could tell you that while his idea is good, he's going around it the wrong way. The way to do it is to help lower the costs for all New Yorkers. There are 8 million New Yorkers. By opening these 5 little stores, 1 in each borough, he'll be helping maybe 2,000 to 3,000 people a day. The root cause, as your reporter from Chicago mentioned, the root cause is a high cost of doing business in New York City. And I can share some examples with you.
Yeah, please share some examples with us. Go.
Okay, example number 1, which your viewers will scratch their heads in disbelief. In New York City, it's basically legal to go in and steal up to $1,000 at a time. That's why you see security guards and off-duty police officers at the front of supermarkets and drugstores. Many drugstores in the city have actually closed down because they just couldn't afford that security and the level of theft. When you have to lock up ice cream, that's not conducive to running grocery stores. And then, of course, you have the congestion pricing, traffic pricing. In Manhattan, for example, he could say that grocery store deliveries should not pay congestion pricing. Grocery stores should not pay commercial rent tax. You'll find this hard to believe. In Manhattan, for example, supermarkets have to pay New York City a tax on the rent that they pay a landlord, which is outrageous.
Yeah, I mean, we could go on forever, Avi, and we've not seen you since the pandemic, as I recall. You were on the show back in those days. But you're issuing a clear warning about these grocery stores. They're just a non-starter. They're not sustainable. Come back and see us soon, please. I want some more examples of what the city's doing to you.
I could write a book about it. Thank you so much,
I think
Stuart.
you should publish it here. Avi Kaner, thanks a lot, sir. Appreciate it.